voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM. Our conversation with our students from Indiana Junior High School brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And all of our school visits are brought to you by the Allied Milk Producers, empowered by milk. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Izzy, you looked like you weren't sure it was a good morning. It is a good morning. You're here with us today. Wesley, Bennett, Izzy, Yuha with us this morning. Good morning to both of you. So, what grade are we in? We're in 8th grade?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Both in 8th?
Yeah.
All right. And I know that you have things prepared, so we'll get into some conversation a little bit later, but let's talk about what you have.
Just a few announcements. 6 actually. For right now for Valentine's Day, Stuco is currently selling Valentines during lunch. For $2, students can purchase a Valentine to deliver themselves, or Stuco will deliver anonymous Valentines during homerooms. The Valentines have pencils, stickers, and even emoji keychains on them. Money raised from the sales will go to Carrying Hope, an organization that provides supplies to children who are entering foster care.
Builders Club is selling root beer floats during lunch and will be engaging in penny wars in homerooms to raise money for the Battle of the Faculties. The money goes to the junior high's contribution to the Caring Fund.
You should have brought me a root beer float.
We'll remember next time.
Okay.
Stuco sold, we had a bells project. Student council sold bells that are hung on the fence at the corner of 4th and Shyrock. The project was the idea of Mrs. Mitsko, and based on the quote from It's a Wonderful Life, that every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. For $2, students purchased a bell for a special loved one, friend, or someone else they wanted. As a result, Student Council donated $200 to the Clean Water Fund.
8th graders have turned in their permission slips for the Washington, D.C. field trip, which will occur on Friday, May 15th.
And we have another play coming up, actually a musical. Students have been rehearsing for the spring musical Fiddler on the Roof. Performances will be Saturday, March 14th at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, March 15th at 2 p.m.
Okay.
There's no school this Friday and next Monday. This Friday, teachers from around the county will be coming to high school for workshops on their in-service day. On Monday, February 17th, there will be a parent-teacher conference from 10 to 6.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that's it, huh? Those are the 6 announcements that you brought to us today.
Right.
Yeah. Either of you in the play?
No.
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 So you don't get to sing If I Were a Rich Man?
No.
But it would be fun. I think we're going to have Miss Bay come in with a whole bunch of the cast members a little bit later, probably during show week. All right. So you're both in 8th grade, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's learn about you and what school's like for you this year. Wesley, let's start with you. 8th grade student, where are you from?
I'm from right here in Indiana County.
Right here in Indiana. All right, so what's 8th grade been like for you?
Probably my favorite year so far.
Oh, yeah?
I really enjoy it.
Yeah, what's going on at school? What are some of the things you like to do?
I enjoy all of it from getting to hang out with friends at lunch or being able to learn new stuff in classes.
Mm-hmm. What are your favorite classes?
English and math.
English and math. What are you doing in English right now?
Right now we are creating our own play to put on for the rest of the class.
Oh, yeah? Is it a big class project all working on one play? Or
no, we split into groups.
Split into groups? So how many's in a group?
Anywhere from 2 to 6.
And what's your play about, the one that you're working on?
Me and my friend Trey Adams are all the plays have to be based on the book Johnny Tremaine,
mm-hmm.
and so we picked a scenario where Dr. Joseph Warren and Paul Revere are discussing another doctor, Dr. Church, about their misgivings about him.
Oh. Wow, that sounds like fascinating exercise. So do you do it only in class time, or do you have to get together outside of class to do it?
We are allowed to both do it in class and out of class, but we have gone out together outside of class just to practice or write more lines.
So who's the better writer?
Him. Definitely him.
And what do you like about math?
I like the I don't know the word for it, but I guess you could say finality of it, because there's only usually one answer, and it gives you a sense of like knowing what's right and what's wrong. There's a clear line.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Numbers are numbers, and they always add up.
Yep.
Or sometimes they subtract down. Whatever. Are you in clubs?
We are both in Stuco Club. We are given the choice to join another club, but we
Stuco takes up enough of your time.
Yeah.
Huh? Wonderful. What about you, Izzy? What's your 8th grade year been like?
Oh, it's been good.
Yeah?
Interesting.
Yeah. What are some of the things you like to do in school?
I enjoy newspaper every day, and I enjoy math and science.
Mm-hmm. So you're a writer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and you work on the school paper. Yeah. What's the latest big expose by Izzy Yuha?
Right now, I'm working on an NIE contest for the Indiana Gazette. The feature is about what qualities of a leader that most stand out to you, and that's what I've been working on.
Oh, very good. I'm not going to ask you to preview it for us because we all want to read it. Sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right. When is it due?
I think next week.
Yeah, you got to work on deadlines here
Yeah.
in that biz, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So newspaper and you said what? Math and science?
Yes.
Yeah. So what about sciences really excites you?
I like astrology and oceanography. I think that's really interesting.
Have you thought about where you're going educationally? You got a
Yeah.
lot of time, but you have an idea?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm thinking about going to the medical field. I want to be a nurse anesthetist.
It's a good field. It's a really good field. And besides student council, are there other things that you're involved in around the school?
Yeah, I do yearbook and newspaper, and I play sports outside of school.
And who makes the root beer floats?
Builders Club, and they're another club that's sort of like student council, but they help out more inside the school than rather the community.
And why again didn't you bring me one? just wondering.
I think they're next week.
Oh, they're next week. Yeah, sure. I bet you Izzy doesn't show up with a root beer float for me, Wesley. What about you, Wesley? Educationally or career-wise, have you begun to think about that yet?
There are tons of options. There's a lot out there, and I'm just hoping that these next 4 years will give me some insight on what I want to do, because right now I haven't the faintest.
Well, unfortunately, you're in 8th grade, and so
Yeah.
you've got 4 years to figure it out, and who knows? You know, some people take longer. IUP now has a course for people who haven't figured that out yet, but they want to study, and sort of helps them to focus on what they're going to be studying, and maybe gives them an idea of what it would be like to enter certain fields, and I'm sure other universities do too. So that's an option. Of course, you could go right into the work field. So it's pretty fun in 8th grade, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. And next year you got to take the big step up the street.
Yeah.
Wesley sounds thrilled with it. All right. So final question: what class are you missing to be with us this morning?
English.
English. Okay.
Study hall.
And study hall. Izzy, come on. You're not missing that at all, are you?
No.
Well, thank you for coming down to visit with us today from Indiana Junior High School. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
And have a wonderful trip back to school and get to work, will you?
Okay.
All right. Get that. You're under deadline, Izzy, next week. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.